All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. It's going down in just 30 minutes. 6:30 is going down. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and the Christmas Sinister Connection. I want you in the house. Link right down in the video description. Click that link and be in the house for one extraordinary presentation. Gonna wake you up, gonna set you free. A cult breakdown like never before from the general, and most definitely it's gonna be one you're not gonna forget. Click that link, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. To all my family that's members of my YouTube page, BPC Bossing Up, be in the house. It'll be right here waiting on you. To all my family, Patreon, intermediate scribes and up, most definitely be in the house. It'll be waiting on you, family. And to everybody else, I mean, this is the perk of becoming a member. You get access to a lot of that hardcore. You see what I'm saying? Extracurricular information. You see what I'm saying? Become a member. The link right down in the video description says join. Click that link. You'll get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate you here at the Sarah Soon City YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com online marketplace. 25% off selected items at this time. Official General Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies for the kings, queens, and the children. Holistic tonics and remedies. We got some restock on the way for all our family. We got a nice lineup for the herbals, so most definitely keep checking back so you catch it, because you know family gonna be rushing when they get here. And we also got the African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. KingSeti.com, 25% off at this time. That's right, selected items. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 1,200 videos. Nothing but pure heat presented by General Seti himself. All the subjects that you know and love from the general. Also got the supplemental, but also monumental and instrumental research material, lectures and documentaries from the Grand Master teachers with an overview from the general, giving you 360 degrees of pure African fire, wisdom, and knowledge that there's no website on the planet that can compare to this website. So I want you in the house, family. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. You already know. Seti popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. And just like I said, it's exclusive live streams, over 250 that have never been seen any other place than Patreon. GeneralSeti.com is the grand library of General Seti, and then you got Patreon is the lecture hall. You see what I'm saying? When you got to have the live lectures, then you come to Patreon, and they like mini lectures. You see what I'm saying? They like mini lectures. You get so much more on Patreon as far as visual and information. So you already know what you're getting from YouTube. So you know this is for our our elite. You see, so get on over there to Patreon, family, and make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube pages: General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti, King Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends, and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Why black people shouldn't support Palestine or Israel? Because I see, we got Black Lives Matters out there. You understand what I'm saying? And a subversive group. You understand what I'm saying? The people that's funding Black Lives Matter. George Soros, who's in league with all these elitists. So good and goddamn well, you can't trust nothing. You see them out there with the pride. They be out there with pride. You can't, goddamn well, you can't trust them. Huh? Yeah, we black, family. Yeah, we're in the house. We got to understand that both of these, we talk about Israel. I just talked about the fact. You see that you got these niggas that, they claim that they Jews. and then they go over to Israel and they deport them niggas up out of there. You think they give a fuck about you? They don't see you no different than the Palestinians. They don't. They don't see you no goddamn different than they see the, and I'm not saying we equal that we should. No, they don't give a fuck about nobody but they self. Yeah. Yeah, they don't see nobody but they self. Hebrew Israelite, them and them niggas too. They confused as hell too. You see what I'm saying? And tell them I said it and I done been said it. You see, but when you take your ass over there to Israel, you see, and you over there talking about you Jewish, and you know, and they come from Eritrea, they come from goddamn Ethiopia, they come from all, and they deport their ass up out of there. You got niggas that Hebrew Israel, African Israelites that went over there from, and they came from Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Some of them came from Detroit. I believe one of them guys was from Detroit. You see what I'm saying? Went over there and now they deporting their ass up out of there. You see what I'm saying? So do you know right there, they don't give a goddamn about you. And then you talking about the Arab, you know, me coming from Detroit, and I know there's many other cities out there that got that Arab population. You go to Detroit, they own every gas station, every damn liquor store. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't check their ass many a time. Fearlessly. You understand what I'm saying? Fearlessly. You know, where I didn't call them talking crazy to children, women, black women and shit, and I checked their ass immediately without hesitation. You see what I'm saying? Without goddamn hesitation, I jumped right in a motherfucking chest. You see, like, man, don't you be talking to our children like this. You see, you sit your ass up in our community. You benefit 100%. You don't put no money off into the community. Some of you motherfuckers don't even, man, and I don't even see how black people go into some of the stores. Some of the stores is hell holes. Some are better than others. But I done been into areas where I don't understand why they haven't forced the motherfucker out, or at least, you understand, forced them, you know, and not to, you know, but to upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It looked like the goddamn building should be condemned. The goddamn ceiling, you know how they be having some of that foam ceiling, and you look up, the shit is all, you could tell it done been leaking, and then you got all type of stains and shit. Look like the ceiling about to fall in. Look like the floor is about 200 years old and shit, and this, that, and the third. Goddamn cans of all that old ass shit sitting on the shelf. Got dust on it. They don't even come and goddamn dust the shit off. The goddamn dates on that shit so goddamn old and shit, and this, that, and the third. And this is what the condition we in as a people. You see what I'm saying? So how in the hell is you talking about what's going on in Palestine? You see? And here it is, the Palestinian, because they ain't nothing but an Arab. A lot of them is not even the original goddamn, you know, because, you know, when you talk about the ones that got kicked out of Palestine when the Israelis first showed up, a lot of these motherfuckers that's over there today, them motherfuckers is from the surrounding nations. They ain't even from the original population. So they from Egypt, they from Syria, they from Lebanon, they from all over the place. You see what I'm saying? And they come there and they, you know, and quote unquote become Palestinian. But them same Arabs is right there in your community, pillaging and plundering, and you let them. But here you crying for what's going on in Palestine. You know, you see, you crying about, and here they over here plundering your community. They done took over North Africa. You understand what I'm saying? And just like you hear cry of freedom, goddamn it got to be a cry from Southern Africa. You understand what I'm saying? To free Africa. You ain't gonna never be right. You know what I'm saying? And I tell our people that. You can't live with no cancer in your body. You see? See, you trying to hide. You see? You trying to hide. You cannot live with cancer in no part of the body. You got to get that out of there. You know what I'm saying? So many of our people, they went south. because the onslaught was too great for them at that time. But see, we got to have like what's his name? We just had him in there. Well, family dropped him in there from Germany, Arminius for the Germans. You see what I'm saying? Where he took them Romans up in that goddamn forest and collapsed 30,000 of them. Goddamn, they say that was the nail in the coffin, you know, for the Roman Empire. They couldn't recover from that. You see, losing 30,000 men, they couldn't recover. And that was the beginning of the end for their ass. You can't, you run, but you continue to fight. Our people should have never let the air lay on the land as long as they have. No way that should have happened. You see? But the fickle-mindedness and the internal beefs and shit, and some of the tribes in Africa, some of them, not all of them, who is willing to, they imperialists. You see, within the continent and willing to sell Africans off, they feel are lesser than them, feel that they lesser than them. So we got some shit that we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And we need to deal with it. And the majority of African people that know what it is need to step to these motherfuckers in a serious way. You see what I'm saying? And let them know that their day is up just like everybody else's day is up. You see, you got motherfuckers over there talking about free Palestine, free Africa. The fuck is y'all talking about? You see what I'm saying? Free Africa. People don't even talk about the Israelis. You know that they was thinking about going to damn Uganda. They didn't have no damn place to go. They didn't have no place to go. When they left Germany, their ass was sitting out in the Mediterranean on ships. They didn't even have no land. And then finally they come up with say, okay, and then when it came to letting them into Britain and into Europe, they didn't let them in. When it came to, America, they let some in America, but you had to have that dollar. You got to have that dollar. You see what I'm saying? They let a lot of the rich ones in, but them ones out there, them poor ones and shit, they left them motherfuckers out there. They was on ships in the Mediterranean. They didn't even have no place to go. And finally they you decided on what they know of today, Palestine, you understand, which is fake. That shit is fake. You understand what I'm saying? And and they went in and seized it, but they was even thinking about going to Uganda. You see? And so imagine, being what you think they would have did to our people there. You can already see what they doing to them in South Africa. You see? That's what's going on. But what the South African, I don't know if he's so far south that he don't understand of what happened in Northern Africa. And I see certain peoples, and if at any point in time you want to talk, we can talk. I'm not, they talking about what's going on in Palestine. Motherfucker, what's going on in goddamn Sudan? What's going on in goddamn up there in Northern Africa? What's going on in Mali? What's going on in Niger? You see? What's going on up there in Burkina Faso and up there in those areas and have been going on? Who's the puppet masters up there? The air. So I seen, we got choice leaders that they speak on this issue and say, oh, Palestine. Nobody give a fuck about that. Nobody give a goddamn about that. What about the Indian? No, I'm talking about the Indians over there in the nation of India. They went with the British into South Africa. Gandhi was in the military. Matter of fact, I believe Gandhi did a tour. What's going on in the Congo? That's right. What's going on in the Congo? I believe the Indian over there, Gandhi, he did a tour in South Africa. He was over there killing. Nobody talking about that. And Kenya, the whole continent. The whole continent. Because if you got cancer in the body, and it's a whole lot of cancer in Africa, ain't nobody doing, everybody is under the threat of destruction in Africa. I don't give a goddamn. Until Africa can stand united to defend itself united, it's going to be under threat. They're going to come in like they're doing right now, and they're going to pay one group, you understand, side with them, like you got ECOWAS, and they going to fold. They're going to fold. That shit ain't going to last. You see what I'm saying? And they still, you see, the French have come out of Niger. You see what I'm saying? But they ain't took the soldiers out of Africa. So they just poised around Niger so they can either do subversive operations and shit to undermine and shit, come in with special forces and shit and do crazy shit like that. That's exactly what the fuck they doing. That's all they doing. You understand what I'm saying? But who's harboring the French soldiers over there in Africa? Who's harboring them? Where they at? They ain't left Africa. They could be coming in there and fortifying them damn numbers. Yeah. They could be fortifying them numbers. And so the thing is, they got condominiums in Africa. And again, I keep bringing that up. They're just like Egypt and Britain rule the Sudan. That's why they call it the Anglo Egyptian Sudan, Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. If you look it up, it's a condominium where Egypt and Britain rule Sudan collectively. A condominium is when in so they got, they don't, but they rule under one law, and they rule collectively. You see, they don't split the nation up or nothing. They just rule collectively. You understand what I'm saying? So they rule the Sudan. And Egypt is still, financially backing what's going on in the Sudan. They got a stake at that. That dam that's in Ethiopia. And so they know that they're trying to get as much as the Nile River as possible. That's their aim, to get as much as the Nile River as possible. You see, to get get Khartoum and that's where it break off and try to get some of that water, before Ethiopia cut their ass off. That's really what it boiled down to. So, you got Egypt threatening Ethiopia. You see, you got Egypt threatening Ethiopia because Ethiopia then built the dam, and they saying that they could cut off the water going in to Egypt, and they can, but there's always been the possibilities, even from the ancient times, that they could do that. Whoever controls the beginning of the Nile is the real master, and that shows you how civilization originated. Because no way if you're gonna control the Nile, you got to control it from the source, or you don't control it. You in trouble. They dam that river up, and your ass is done for. Period. And so Egypt, as geographically, has always been at the mercy of the nations up to now. They have already, and so that was a lot. The reason why Egypt and Sudan, Nubia, and those civilized further up the river, they were always in unison. They was always of the same family, And if they had any strategy, it takes, that's a great undertaking to dam that river. But, it is a military strategy that could be used, you see, on that Nile River. And so they fighting in there. And then you got resources in Sudan. Sudan has always, even from ancient Egypt, was a source of gold and resources. And it is today. The same reason why they in Sudan today is the same reason Egypt, and that's their family. But nevertheless, it's an empire. It's this is we the head of the family at this time, and then the Ethiopian, the Nubian family would rise up and take control. It depends on what era it was. But we're fighting a fight all across Africa. We're fighting all across Africa, and so in a lot of places the Arab and they funding these niggas that, and they don't even want to be African. They don't even want to be black. They want to be with the master. They want to be Arabs. That's what they want to be. They want to be loved by their Arab daddy. And so they come down and they commit all type of atrocity on the African nations. You see over there where them niggas kidnap the females and students over there in Nigeria. You see, what the fuck is wrong with what's going on? We don't see this war, being funded by the Arab. They funding that. And so even in the Janjaweed, they try to change their name to some some RF some shit. They tried to change. That's the Janjaweed. Devils on horseback. Got gin in their name. Gingerweed. You see, got the gin in their name. Devils on horseback. And so they was committing all type of genocide on our peoples. The darker seeds. You look at many of them over there. You could tell the mixed ones. You see what I'm saying, motherfucker? You can see the Arab in their face. You know what I'm saying? And so they don't think like, no, they African. They committing genocide on the original peoples of the land. This is the buffer zone. This is the fifth column that they have created in many of these nations. You don't hear nothing about no damn Solomon, no damn Makeda, and no Habashas and all of that bullshit. I don't want to hear nothing about that. That's just a trap door that they use to say that they with the Afro-Asiatic family and allow the Arab to come in. They more connected to them, and then they family in from sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa. Come on now. I know it hurt. I know truth hurt. But somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to talk about it. You see, we can't all sweep this shit up under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And believe me when I tell you, when I say that, like all that, that poom and shit, and we got to understand that's not them. That's not them over there. It's some mixture that went up in there that diluted that. Yes, some of our family in Ethiopia true to the continent, some not. They want to be with the Hermetic Semitic garbage. You see, they didn't, just like they got them ones over there in the Middle East talking about, they was gonna name Iraq, Mesopotamia. They was gonna Lebanon. They was gonna name all the lands, biblical names to reinforce that religious enslavement and prison on the planet, and then give certain populations. Okay, you be the Israelis, you be the Mesopotamians, you be the Lebanese, you be the Phoenicians, and you know what I'm saying? You the Phoenicians, and so they gonna give everybody. It's like a play. It's like a play, and give everybody a part in the play. You see, okay, you be the. And when it came to Ethiopia, they gave them niggas down there that part, even though they're not the original Ethiopia. They're not the ancient Nubian Ethiopia. They're not. And so and at that time, when you talk about the Bible, in the Bible, they're speaking of Sudan. They're not speaking of them. So, but that's the illusion. Because them niggas is ready to sign up and let the Arab in. Habashas. You go over in Southern Arabia, they Habashasing too. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this is that Semitic, Hamitic, you understand, bloodline. These are Semitics, and they're different than everybody else. You see, they're elitists. They signed in, and I say this, and because a lot of people, don't even want to accept that fact that they done signed up for the play. There ain't no goddamn Ethiopia. That's Greek. What the fuck you mean, Ethiopia? Why would you so late in the game adopt a Grecian name? You supposed to be the ancient people that have never been conquered. If you ain't never been conquered, then there's no reason why you should be disconnected from your ancient language. Okay, everybody else been conquered. You have not been conquered. You see what I'm saying? No reason why you should not be connected to your ancient language. So why would you adopt Ethiopia knowing that it's Greek? What is your ancient language? What's your ancient name? We don't want to hear Ethiopia. Why would they adopt Ethiopia? Because they signed up for the play. We need you to, because we said too much. We said too much. We said that Egypt was brother of these dark Africans right here, and which means the Canaanites and all the rest is the dark sea. And so we need some mixture niggas that's gonna say, that's gonna, empower this Semitic thing. And so them niggas sign up for the job. They say, we the Ethiopia. No, nigga, no, General see it. And whether you see it or not, I see it. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why we should not support any of them, because it's all a game. It's all a game. They signing their asses up. You see, they signing their asses up for the play. And we got to, you understand? We can't allow them to put the play on no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see this play no more. The play is up. We know what you're doing. Ain't no Solomon and ain't no Makeda and ain't no Mesopotamia. We know that those are only occult terms that up under there is a greater science. And when you go up under the greatest science, you know what it is? It's us. They trying to hide the fact that we are God. And they know it, and they already spoke it, and now they trying to clean it up. But it's too late, because you can't put the cat back in the bag. The cat is out. Cat gone. You see? And I'm gonna continue as long as I'm here to teach the people what it is. And all I had to do is give you a piece of it. And many of y'all gonna catch on and go and add the other pieces. We all gonna say, you say, damn, that shit is funny. Why would they adopt the name Ethiopia knowing it's Greek? Well, what's your ancient name? You ain't got no reason to not have knowledge of that, because you swear to God you ain't never been conquered. Something wrong. I even got to do the research on the Abyssinia. I know they say it's Haba, but I know in Islam, the term Ab, A-B or A-B-D for the Arab is slave. Ab. I got to look into that. And I meant to look into it the other day. Yeah. I mean, but listen to me. If I'm wrong, remember where you heard it. Remember where you heard it. Go look it up. You understand? What's the term for matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. Fuck this. It's ABD, but sometimes they just use the AB. You see, sometimes they just use the AB. So I got to go, and so when you say Abyssinia, I got to go back and do some research, man. I do. So, family, let me get up off of here because it's about that time. Yeah, Abd. You see? So I'm not listen. I listen. We're gonna have to do some research. The motherfucker say free Palestine. You know what? Get your ass up off of here. No, I ain't gonna, you know what? Go on, put your shit on there. I ain't gonna, if that's matter of fact, no. Get your ass up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. All right, family. Let me get on over here to my family out there. That's right. Bingo. There we go. There we go. Wait a minute, that ain't the one I want. There you go. That's right. It's all right, family. Let me get over here if y'all ready. Y'all ready? We about to get down. We about to get down. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas Sinister Connection. Get on over there because it's about to get hot. This is General Sarasun said. He said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.